And now, the general weather around Alaska.
Today's hazardous weather graphic showing wind chill advisories here through the shaded areas. Wind chill advisories out for the next several days there from the eastern North Slope, all of the northeast interior here down to Fairbanks and then southwestward, Galena, McGrath, and the Kuskokwim Valley. And that's for wind chills of 40 to 60 degrees below zero, and those will be out for the next couple of days. Otherwise, satellite imagery showing a thin band of clouds here that moved up, extending from eastern Aleutians up along the Alaska Peninsula to Kodiak Island, and then eastward there into the Panhandle. That brought some areas of light precipitation, snow into the southeast coast today, and also Kodiak Island, and a few showers along the Alaska Peninsula, but nothing heavy in any of those areas at all. Otherwise, interior Alaska, as you can see, mostly clear. Colder up here over the central and north interior to the Arctic coast, where still pretty strong winds blowing and temperatures below zero, wind chills as low as 50 below zero up there today for the eastern Arctic coast. Those west winds anywhere from 25 gusting 45 miles per hour. Otherwise, a lot of clear skies again, south central Alaska here, or actually all the interior down to the Gulf of Alaska, and then all the way out to the Pribilofs and the Aleutians as well. Chart showing high pressure in over the north slope there, but still enough gradient with that trough crossing the area in toward Mackenzie Bay to keep those gusty winds blowing today. Strongest over toward Barter Island and eastward there. Lightening up back to the west. Otherwise, breezy, especially higher elevations here across southern Alaska. A few flurries there on the north side of the eastern Alaska range, but nothing very significant there. Otherwise, a cold day over the Copper River Basin with clear skies and temperatures below zero. And cold air continues to seep southwestward, riding in on these pretty good northeast winds. Pribilof seeing gusts 50 to 55 miles per hour out of the northeast today with temperatures just above freezing. And a few showers here grazing the Alaska Peninsula there, as well as Kodiak Island, and then areas of moisture here over the southeast coast, gradually pushing northward with that very weak band of clouds there. And for tonight, stays about the same there. Still pretty gusty, strong winds out of Lynn Canal there. And snow trying to edge northward, may get some light snow to Juneau and maybe a little farther to the north. Not much change over interior Alaska. Anywhere very cold below zero over much of the area north and west of the Alaska Range. Still looking at those gusty northeast winds across the southwest coast, interior areas all the way out into the Bering Sea. And still getting a chance of some moisture there for the eastern Aleutians, Alaska Peninsula, but the heavier rainfall still to the south associated with this front just coming onto the chart there. Trough right over Kodiak Island keeps a chance of rain or snow going there overnight. I should say light rain or snow as well. And for the outlook for Sunday, another weak trough may bring a few skiffs of snow to the central and eastern Arctic coast. And again, it may not, may stay a little farther to the north, but still a risk up there of a little bit of light snow. Otherwise, clear and colder here over interior Alaska with colder high temperatures than what you saw today, especially here out toward the southwest coast. Those northeast winds keep pulling that cold air southwestward there into the eastern Bering Sea. And now this area nudging northward brings a better chance of snow to the Alaska Peninsula and eastern Aleutians, along with a pretty good increase in the northeast winds or east and northeast winds, more of an easterly direction here, say Sand Point area to northeast for the eastern Aleutians. And the trough bringing increasing clouds and just a slight chance of snow to the North Gulf Coast, mostly staying off the coast there. But still, that kind of funneling in toward Kodiak Island, so occasional light snow there or mixed rain and snow depending on your elevation. And another trough keeping moisture in over the southeast coast there for tomorrow, and about the same on Sunday. Actually, a warm front lifting northward there. So areas down to the south rising into the 40s in the afternoon there. So that'd be definitely rain in those areas mixing with snow as you get to the central panhandle, the north of the warm front. Look for snow there. Some of that moisture could work into the eastern Copper River Basin area and down to the North Gulf Coast. Chance of snow there as well. Yakutat cutting off right around Cape St. Elias. Dry and cold over interior Alaska for Monday, but increasing clouds here Kodiak Island again with a chance of some light moisture there on the east side of the island. Otherwise, that's about it. Another weak trough brings a chance of light snow or flurries to the western Arctic coast there, up to about Wainwright, maybe a little farther to the east of the central coast. And still some snow showers, grazing, or elevated chances of light snow for the Alaska Peninsula, eastern Aleutians, now out to Atka Island. Looking at the lows for tonight, upper 20s for the Pribilof Islands, otherwise 30 to 35 for the Aleutians, upper 20s to mid 30s for the Alaska Peninsula. Below zero now, all the way into Bristol Bay, near zero along the coastal areas up to St. Lawrence Island, and 35 to 45 below here for the eastern interior, all the way up to the North Slope and eastern Arctic coast. Mid-20s below zero in the Copper River Basin, and minus 10 to 5 above for south central Alaska, 10 to 15 Homer Seldovia, near 30 for Kodiak Island, 10 to 15 in the northern Panhandle, and mid-30s to the south. And then the highs for tomorrow, 40 to 45 for the southern Panhandle, near 40 central areas, and then teens and 20s up to the north to about Yakutat, mid-20s, 10 below Copper River Basin, highs 0 to 10 for south central Alaska, mid-30s for Kodiak Island, and 25 to 35 below for your highs there over the east side of the state, all the way up toward the North Slope there, and warming to near zero for the highs or a little above right along the right along the Bering Sea coast here from Nome down to Cape Newenham, and upper 20s there for the Pribilofs for the highs, not much higher than your overnight low for tonight, and near 4 St. Lawrence Island, and then lows mid-20s there for the Pribilofs Monday morning, anywhere from 35 to 55 below for the Yukon Flats, central interior areas down toward Fairbanks, and the Tanana Valley areas, 20 to 25 below the Copper River Basin, and 0 to 15 below, coldest in the western Susitna Valley of south central Alaska, right around 10 for Homer, mid-20s Kodiak Island, and teens and 20s, northern Panhandle, lows in the mid-40s for Prince of Wales Island, followed by highs in the upper 40s there for the Craig Klawak Heidelberg area, the mid-40s now up to Sitka, edging above freezing even for Haines up to Skagway, but staying below zero in the Copper River Basin, and lower to mid-teens for the highs south central Alaska. Very cold here, 35 to 45 below for the highs, coldest over the Yukon Flats.